One of the greatest things about ACT is its flexibility in its customization options. In this video, I want to introduce you to the concept of customizations inside ACT. Let's start by taking a look at the detail view for a contact. With customization, you can rename, replace, or remove any of these fields to suit your needs. The tabs at the bottom can also be reordered or removed. You can change the color or the text of any of the field's labels, and you can even choose which of these fields can be viewed by your users and which should be hidden. Let's say that we want to create a new field for this contact layout. To start, we'll go to the Tools menu on the left, and this is where most customizations will begin. At the top, I'm going to use this Design Tools filter, and then I'll click the Define Fields button. At this point, ACT will attempt to lock your database now because you're going to be making changes to its structure. If any other users are logged in, they will need to be logged out before you can continue. If that's the case, ACT is just going to prompt them with a countdown warning before it logs them out automatically. And then once the database is locked, it will say so at the bottom of the screen, and you're ready to continue. From the Define Fields window, since we're creating a field for contacts, we need to make sure that this dropdown says Contacts, and then ACT will display every field already available for the contact record. To create a new field, we'll click Create New Field on the left, and this will begin the process for creating a new field in your database. I'm going to cover this in detail in a subsequent video within this customization topic. Now, after creating a field, it's important to remember that ACT doesn't automatically add that field to your layout. Creating the field in the database is the first half of the job. Now we need to customize the layout of the detail view for our contact records. So while we're still in the Tools area, I'm going to click Design Contact Layout. The contact layout screen opens in a separate browser window, and this is where you can make changes to the current layout that you're using. Take a moment here to notice that each field has a label to the left of it, and then the field name itself is listed within the field box. It's important to understand the difference here. The field label to the left is what your users will see on the screen. The field name in the box is what determines which field from your database actually appears. It is possible to have a field label that doesn't match the actual field on the screen, so you'll have to pay attention to this detail whenever you customize your layouts. To delete any field, just click it to highlight it, and then press the Delete key on your keyboard. And you can do the same thing with field labels. To add anything to your layout, you're going to use this toolbox on the left. There are two portions to this toolbox. First, there's the Drawing section, which lets you add text, images, or even rectangle objects around your fields. Second, the Field section lets you add fields from your database to your layout. Remember though, you must create the fields first before you can add them here. It's always important to click the Save button at the top, which will refresh your screen to see the changes that you've made. Additional customizations allow you to create your own drop-down lists, modify the tabs you see here in the layout editor, and even use the design format bar at the top to get the exact design look that you want.